Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to our afternoon, I would say our lunch and learn jewels of success live broadcasting. And I am excited to be with you. My name is LaShonda Lee. I am the CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching. And what we do is we help women accelerate their personal and professional achievements by creating unique action plans that will help them increase their happiness, their success, as well as their overall fulfillment in life. And so we welcome you. We are actually broadcasting on a few different platforms today. So if you see me looking from left to right, it's only because we are operating in a couple of different platforms today. So again, welcome. I'm excited to be with you today because it is the new year, right? It is the new year, and we want to make sure that our 2017 is the best year ever. And even though we're in a new year, we understand it is just a couple days from last year. And so a lot of things don't drastically change within a 24 or 48 hour period. However, our attitude and our thoughts can literally change in the snap of a finger if we make a decision to do so. And so today I want to talk to you about 5 ways how you can get motivated when you are feeling stuck. Because the reality of the matter is, there are a lot of times where we feel stuck. We don't feel as if we are moving in the direction of our goals. We feel like we're missing something. We feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And so when we get those feelings, I want you to know, first of all, that it is something that is natural. It happens, but we don't have to stay in that place. We don't have to stay in that space. And so today, I just want to share with you 5 ways that you can find yourself jumping up out of that situation when you feel that you're stuck, when you feel like you're in a rut and you can't come out of it, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and get started. And first, I want to go ahead and start with a quote. Just want to make sure I got my notes so I can stay on task, right? And so I want to start with a quote. And this is a quote literally by Zig Ziglar, who was a person who was just definitely big in the personal development arena. And so he said, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Right? Motivation doesn't last. And he says, well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. And it's right. Motivation doesn't last. It doesn't last. That's why you have to do some things every single day to get you in that space of inspiration, to get you in that space of motivation, so that you can continue to move forward your goals. I know you've made the decision that 2017 is going to be your best year ever. I know you made a decision that the desires and the goals and the dreams that you did not accomplish in 2016 will manifest in 2017. And so since that is your decision, since that is your resolution and your intention and your declaration, and you have affirmed that in your mind, your heart, and your body, and probably even shared it with other people, I want to make sure you know some things to do in order to maintain that motivation, right? In order to maintain that motivation so that you can continue to carry it out. Because at the end of the day, achieving our goals is not a matter of possibility. It's not a matter of possibility. It is a matter of motivating yourself to focus on the right things. Did you hear what I said? Achieving your goals, achieving our goals is not a matter of possibility. It is a matter of motivating ourselves to focus on the right things. Because a lot of times our focus shifts. Sometimes we focus so much on the obstacles, but when you see the obstacles, it's only because you have taken your eye off the goal. And so we want to make sure today that we are focusing on the right things, right? Think about this. You should be doing something, right? Periscope, Facebook Live, you should be doing something, but sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything. Have you been there? I know I've been there. You're supposed to do it, you know how to do it, but you don't feel like doing. And this is the stagnation that can last a long time if we don't take action. If you continue to operate in the space that I don't feel like doing it, I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it, I don't want to do it, you will find yourself in a stagnant place. And you will find that your goals will still remain unaccomplished because you haven't taken action. And so I want to share with you some daily motivation tricks that literally work for me, and it can work for you. Okay, so if you got pen and paper, go ahead and start taking down these notes. Okay, the first thing is get started. Get started. Remember, not taking action is the thing that keep us stagnant. So get started. And I promise you, this by far is the most important tip, because in the end, after all the ups and downs, nothing will happen if we don't get started. Sit down and get started. Even when you put a plan together, the first plan that you put together isn't the plan that may get you to the end of the goal, but it is the plan to get you started, because once you take one step, it's easier to take that second step, right? So do you feel the pushback of laziness? There's no better way to overcome laziness than to just get started. There's no better way to overcome procrastination than to just get started, right? Reading about motivation will not help. Reviewing your to-do list will not help. Only doing it will actually help you get momentum going. Because see, momentum can be hard to get, but it can be easy to maintain. Think about a big rock that you were forced to push. Or think about this. Have you ever seen someone car stall, or have your car ever stalled on the side of the road? And maybe it's two individuals, maybe it's you and someone else, and one of you all have to stay at the steering wheel, right? But then the other go and start pushing, and there's that forward motion. It's just trying to go back and forth, trying to get it started. But once you get that first full complete roll, it is easier to maintain the movement of the vehicle. And that's all about momentum. The first thing is to just start pushing towards it so that you can get that momentum. And once you get the momentum, it's easy to maintain. And the only way that you will get some momentum is to start doing it. Get started. So stop thinking about how hard the task will be. I promise you, if you think about how challenging and how hard the task will be, guess what? It's going to be a challenge for you to get started. And again, that's where you need to look at the big task and break it down into small, simple steps so that it won't look so intimidating. All right? And so just stop thinking about how hard the task is going to be or how long it's going to take you. Just get started. Just get started. All right? Not starting is failing. So start telling yourself, as soon as I start working, I'm going to feel more motivated. As soon as I start working, I'm going to feel more motivated, right? So that's the first thing. Get started. The second thing is find and use your positive voice. Find and use your positive voice. Guess what? As Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Because if you believe you can, then you will. If you believe you can't, then you won't. So you need to be aware of the self-talk and just stay positive. How are you using your imagination? Are you using your imagination to run a movie script that's negative, what you can't do, what you won't be able to do, what you haven't been able to do in the past? Or are you willing to change that positive voice and reflect a better movie? As a matter of fact, reflect the victory movie. I'm going to, I can, I'm becoming, I'm living, I am, right? And so you have to choose to replace the negative self-talk with a more encouraging and more friendly voice. A voice that will literally consider your goals as not just a possibility, but a probability. Not just it's possible, but it's even probable. A voice that does not look externally for vindication, but look internally for validation, right? And so the second thing is make sure that you find and you use your positive voice. Guess what? It's in there. And unfortunately, we become more inclined to lean towards the negative self-talk. But I challenge you to do what the top successful people do, is they find and they use their positive voice. The next thing, the third thing, remember I'm going to give you 5 things. The third thing is spend time with people who inspire you. You know, they say you are the sum of the people you hang around the most. And so if you are hanging around people that don't inspire you, as a matter of fact, they discourage you, they tell you what you can't do, what you will not be, how no one else in your family has ever accomplished things, then I tell you what, it's going to be hard to get any motivation, less known maintain it. And so spend time with people that inspire you. I mean, what better way to recharge yourself for improvement than to spend time with somebody that inspires you? And here's the thing, spending time with someone that inspires you could be face to face. You may have someone in your local area that inspire you. It could be someone in your church. It could be someone in your workplace. It could be someone in your home. Spend time with individuals that inspire you. But guess what? What if you don't have anyone in your local environment that inspire you? Well, what about people that inspire you through books, right? You may have a really favorite self-development, personal development author or speaker. Then guess what? Spend time listening and reading what it is, the materials, that the content that they put out there. Because guess what? That's time with someone that inspire you. Maybe you have some great audios that you can listen to while driving in your vehicle of your favorite author, speaker, whomever. Spend time with people that inspire you. And this could be face to face. This could be online. This could be through books. This could be through videos. You know, I enjoy listening and reading Joyce Myers. And so I've never met her personally, but guess what? I connect with her on a daily basis through her videos, through her books, through her broadcasts, through her radio, through her writings. And so if you don't have a person that inspires you in your local marketplace, then find someone, whether it be through videos, books, audios, whatever, connect with someone in that manner that inspire you, because guess what? They motivate you. They can drive you. They can encourage you. They can have you look at a new way of life just through their wisdom, right? Through their life experiences. And so, you know, find someone that inspire you. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is think about how far you've already come. Listen, you were not just born yesterday. You didn't just jump off the turnip truck yesterday, right? You've been through a lot already, and you've accomplished a lot already. And so listen, you have made so much progress. Maybe you should spend some time writing all the things you've accomplished down. Maybe you should spend some time writing down the battles that you've already overcome. You know, you've already come so far. So think about the different accomplishments that you've already made. You've made so much progress, but again, you may not realize that. So open your eyes and give yourself credit for all the things that you've accomplished. I mean, think about it. Write down the past successes, as I've already said. Consider using a journal to keep track of them. I love journaling because it gives me an opportunity to reflect. So even when I get in that hard-pressed moment, guess what? I can go back to my journal and see that, guess what? On March 2013, I encountered something that I thought was challenging, but here it is, I've overcome. So just like I thought that was too challenging for me to overcome, I overcame it. So just like today, you may be in a challenging situation, but if you've written down your past successes, you can always go ahead and reflect back, and that will motivate you to continue to move forward and press on. And then the last tip, so that was number 4, think about how far you've already come, think about the successes of your past. And then the last thing is spend time every single day working a passion. Spend time every single day working out your passion. You know, there are some things in life that you just have to do, even if you're not passionate about it. Cleaning the house, Maybe you're not passionate about that. Paying bills. Maybe you're not passionate about that. Finishing a task that was given to you by your boss. Maybe you are not passionate about that. But the dilemma of doing things that you don't want to do, you still have to do them anyway. So you may not be passionate about it, but think about something that you absolutely desire to do. Think about something that you absolutely would love to do. Think about something that you are passionate about. And start doing something to that degree, whether it's small or large, on a daily basis. Make time to focus on doing something you really want to do. Take an hour break and work on something that's meaningful to you. I mean, you got 24 hours. Spend at least 1 hour doing something that's meaningful to you. It could be working on a vision board. It could be reading. It could be, just brainstorming about a project that you want to complete. It could be going to the spa, getting a massage. It could be something. Engage yourself in a meaningful personal project. Not because somebody else wants you to do it, but because you want to do it. Just start doing something that you've wanted to do for a very long time, but you haven't resolved to do it yet. So when you do that, your motivation and your happiness will skyrocket. Why? Because you're doing something that you are passionate about. And so I'm going to repeat those 5 steps again. First of all, get started. The second thing is find and use your positive voice, right? The third time is spend time with people who inspire you. The fourth thing is think about how far you've come already. And the fifth thing is spend time every single day working on something that you are passionate about, right? So those are the 5 tips that I wanted to share with you. But I also wanted to share this one thing. Because a lot of times we lose our motivation when problems arise in our life, right? Maybe the marriage isn't going how you want it to go. Maybe the income isn't as strong as you want it to be. Maybe the children are just going in a wayward direction. Maybe that business didn't get off to the launch that you wanted it to do and you worked so hard for it to. Maybe things are not just going the way you want them. And so you're faced with problems. The reality is all of us are going to have problems. All of us, problems are going to knock at our door. And when they knock, do you retreat? Do you run? Do you fear? Do you doubt? Do you worry? Do you cry? Do you wonder why me? Do you surrender to defeat? What is it that you do when the problem come knocking at your door? Because see, that could be the reason why you don't have motivation in the first place. So what I want to do is share with you, how can I eliminate these problems, or how can I reverse these problems so they're no longer pulling me down, but they are stretching me to become greater, stretching me to become better. Because at the end of the day, adversity and problems are the mother of creativity. They force us to become better if we decide to attack them head on. And so January the 19th, I'm going to be doing an incredible masterclass, and it is called problem solving, right? Seeing your problems as opportunities. See, if we change our mindset about problems, problems will no longer scare us. Problems will no longer put fear in us, right? And so I want to share with you how to look at problems in a different light, how to see them in a better way, how you can literally remove problems and look at them as temporary situations, temporary circumstances. So I want to teach you some strategies on how to approach problems. I want to share with you the different types of problems so you can be aware up front with what you're dealing with. I want to also make sure that you know how to approach a problem based on how you've identified it. And then I want to show you how to solve the problem. But I want to also share with you how to step into the elite category. And that is how to literally look at your problems and see the opportunities that exist in them. And so listen, if you've just joined the broadcast, I say hello, welcome. Glad to have you on our first broadcast of 2017. We have been talking about the 5 ways. Hello. We've been talking about the 5 ways on how to motivate yourself when feeling stuck. And so we've wrapped it up, but I wanted to make sure that you know that number 1 trigger that takes your motivation anyway, and that is not knowing how to effectively, efficiently, and successfully handle problems when they knock on your door, because they will knock on your door. And so you want to be equipped. You want to be enabled to handle those problems. And so on January the 19th, I'm doing a masterclass that will share with you how to not only solve your problems, but how to see the opportunities that rest and lies in your problem. And this is honestly how the elite become a part of the elite. This is how the successful become successful. This is how the great becomes great, because guess what? They have the same 24 hours in a day like you and I. They also have the same problems that occur. The difference is they look for the opportunity that's in the problem so that they can become greater, because they understand that adversity is the mother of creativity. And so I invite you to join me on January the 19th for our January Masterclass. And I've already put the link in this broadcast. It's bit.ly/WIF, which stands for Walk in Favor, Masterclass 17. And if you use the code FAVOR, you will get a $7 discount. And so if you've just joined us, I want you to go back to the beginning of the broadcast so that you can know how, first of all, to get yourself motivated, how to begin to get that momentum working in your favor. And if you just need a little bit more assistance, if you need a little bit more guidance, then I also invite you to book a complimentary coaching session with me. It's a 30-minute complimentary session, no strings attached. We want to open up and talk and see where you're stuck at, so you can get unstuck and become unstoppable. And you can go to my website at www.walkinfavorinc.com and book your complimentary 30-minute coaching session. And so I look forward to working with you. I look forward to seeing you in the masterclass, and I look forward to you really accomplishing the goals that you set for 2017, and even the ones that you didn't complete in 2016. So make this year the best year of your life. And one of the ways that you have to do that is getting rid of habits that did not serve you in 2016. Don't bring them into 2017. So listen, it has been a pleasure to be with you today. My name is LaShonda Lee. I am the CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching, and we believe you have permission to be great in every area of your life. So listen, go out and make this day great. I look forward to seeing you on our next broadcast, which will be Wednesday. Do me a favor and share this broadcast and invite someone else to join us, because listen, I want to help you accelerate your personal as well as your professional achievements. Have an incredible day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.